Hey, how's it going? And today I'm just doing something for fun. This is just what I call a super quick and dirty fast moon. I was inspired to do this from watching this tutorial. They're creating a night scene with the moon, and I'm just going to show you how to do it. This isn't probably the best way to do it, but it's just one of several ways you can do it. But it works, and so we're going to do it. You do need LightWave for this, and you also need Photoshop. If you don't have Photoshop, you can use Gimp, which is free. Okay, so here we are in Modeler. And all we're going to do is, let me just put that on top view for a second. All we're going to do is we're going to create a ball. So click and drag. Can't be any easier, but we're going to come down here to N, and we're going to give this a lot of sides, 48, and a lot of segments too. We're not going to tessellate it, and we'll close this, and we're going to go Enter, and then we're going to go F2. Although I think at some point it could be tessellated, because I think Unreal does like triangular geometry. I don't think it likes quads. So here we are, we got our ball, and then all we're going to do is we're going to go into UV, and we're going to make UV, and we have planar, and what we're going to do is we're going to do this along the X, and then you just go create. Okay, so if we come over here, UV map, you'll see it. We're looking at it, let me hit A. We're looking at it from the side, which is, you could be looking at it from the Y, you'd be looking at it from the top. So this is just the map we want. So then all we got to do is, once we got that done, is we're just going to go save, export EPS, done this before, and we'll just texture UV, turn off the draw grid. I'll call this moon 2, and I'll export the file. And I'll just go save. Okay, now for the moon texture itself, you can come in here. It's just Google moon texture NASA, and this side will pop up, and then you have your download over here, and you can just pick whichever you want, and you'll get this image is what you're going to get. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to jump over into Photoshop. Let me maximize this, and I'm going to go to open. There it is. Okay, and we go open. And then we always set that to 300, and we just set this to RGB and go, okay. And like I said, this is just a really quick and dirty way to do it. So, I'm sure there's other ways to do the whole sphere and stuff. Now we're just going to go open, and we're going to go to download. We'll get this one. Now I'm going to hit Control A and Control C. And this is the part that's probably not the greatest, but it works. So I'll hit Control V. So we're just going to hit Control T. And now we can just make this a lot bigger. I don't want this yet. And what you can do is, if you come over here, you can adjust the opacity downward and kind of get a ballpark idea of, what the moon looks like, right? We always should know. Zoom out of here a little bit. And so this isn't the most perfect method, but I think it works good enough to create a satisfactory moon. So this is what we're going to do. Something like that. And you can, play around with this and keep adjusting it, to tweaking it to get it to where you want it. You'll see it looks pretty good. And then that's all we're going to do. Hit enter, and then we're just going to save this as save in PNG. So I'll just call it moon 3. Moon 3 save. Okay, fantastic. Now we're just going to jump back into Modeler, and we can come into the surface editor here and go to the edit node graph and type in image. And go image, and then we can load in what we just did right here. Open, and then we can come here, go to UV map, texture, and we're just going to hook it up like that. Okay, and then what we can do, why doesn't that look right? It's just going to be on one. See, you see on the back, maybe not look quite right, but we'll put it right like that. We'll see what it looks like. So just go save object as, and we'll go moon. I have a feeling I'm doing this tutorial over again. Okay, and then we'll send it to layout. See what it looks like. Okay, so obviously this part didn't get mapped, so we'll come over to the object, because we're only going to be looking at it on one side, right? Like this side. So let me adjust my perspective like that. And of course, let me come in here, and we want to turn off that, obviously. And we need to put on smoothing. Turn that on. There we go. And then what we can do is, let me match my perspective here. Selected camera, go into backdrop, maybe turn that off. Let's see what it looks like. Camera, and then VPR. And that's what we get. I don't think it looks half bad. If you're just wanting to pop a moon up in there, I think this is fine, perfectly fine. And of course you can play around with, you know, rotating it, and, you know, you can adjust the UV map, and you can see where the, you know, because we just UV'd it on one side, right? So it's not going to be perfect. And then of course you can come over to the light and mess with that as well. So there you go. And there you go. That's how you could create a fast moon. Now this moon, and the idea of this one is it's just popped way in the background. No one's expecting to see a lot of surfacing on it or anything like that. So this is just a quick and dirty way of creating a fast moon to pop in the background. There's other, of course, ways that you could do this anyway. I hope you found it helpful. Take care, have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.